Oh, I was muted. Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. How are you all doing today? Oh my gosh, Zach, you were here 45 minutes early. Did you want to make sure you just really didn't miss me? Hi, Gail. Yeah, you guys can hear me now. Yeah, I muted myself. We're going to do a giveaway on today's broadcast. So I realized right before going live that I had to do a little setup on my end to make that work. And so I muted myself and then I forgot to unmute. Hey, Becky. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Lori. Happy Monday. Glad to see you all. We might have some extra viewers today since some people are already off for the holiday. Like Shannon. Shannon's here first time live and so excited. Hi, Shannon. Hey, Robin. Becky, we were talking about how you organize your kits because we saw your lavender lemonade video, which I think was last week, and love how you get have a new little set, little container for all your bits and pieces for the kits. So organized and so lovely. So what are we doing today? We're going to add on our orange color and shape to the DIY rainbow sun catcher that we've been working on. This thing is getting so big. I was looking at my patio yesterday and was like, where am I going to put this when it's done? Because I feel like now that it's getting to be so long, it needs to be kind of in a special spot so the wind doesn't knock it into oblivion. But it's so pretty. I love it. I'm glad you guys have had fun with this series too. So yeah, so today we're working on orange and we're gonna do a spiral. And I know I did a spiral in the beginning on the top, but this one is a little bit more open. So this one's gonna be a little bit tighter of a spiral. And I was laughing a little bit as I was practicing I was practicing this before we went live today to try and remember what I did. And I was thinking to myself, I'm probably doing this in the most difficult backwards way, but it's just the way my mind worked when it came to this shape. So there may be some of you out there that are like, what is she doing? And there might be other ones that might be like, oh, that works for me, because maybe your mind worked similar to what I did when I came up with the shape. We'll see. We'll see. Did you do a painting, Becky? Were you painting? Oh, the watercolor project. I actually got a glimpse of that this morning because I popped over onto your YouTube channel, but I didn't get to watch the video. So it was a sunset project, right? So if you guys don't know what we're talking about, go check out Becky's YouTube channel to see. And I have to go back and watch because I just kind of caught a glimpse and I was like, watercolor? What's going on? I gotta come back and check that out. For those of you that are new to me, I'm Kristen Fagan, and I'm here with Softlex Company. I'm live on the Softlex Company YouTube channel and Facebook page every Monday at 1 p.m. Pacific time for Free Spirit Beading. And this series, I've also been going live on the Great Bead Extravaganza YouTube channel and group because it just kind of works in this situation to do that. So I think I've caught some new people, which has been great, because I don't always go live on those Great Bead Extravaganza pages on Mondays. And yeah, and I love to bead. I'm a designer with Softlex Company, a graphic designer and a jewelry designer. I've been doing these Free Spirit beading tutorials for going on, I think I started in August. So I feel like I might be going on 3 years of these. It might even be more. I feel like we did a 200th episode somewhat recently. So that means maybe I'm going on 4 years. Oh my gosh. So yeah, and that's what I do at Softflex Company. And then I also paint. So I love when I get to see those of you out there doing some painting and drawing and all those little other creative things too, because that is my other passion. I do have a Facebook group called Discover Your Creative Magic that you can join me in if you're interested in doing some of that intuitive, intentional painting and creativity. I do a lot of work in my sketchbook in that group, and then also do like canvas painting stuff too. Okay, so what's going on at Softflex Company? We've got a super deal going on. If you buy a kit, we've got 4 kits on the website right now that are eligible for this deal, which is crazy. We've got some of the Mermaid Maker supply kits, which are on closeout. And even though that event has passed, you can still watch any of the replays. And even if you don't do any of those projects, you get a really good variety of items in that supply kit. And with it being on closeout, you're getting a little extra discount on those kind of everyday supply items. We've got Lavender Lemonade, which we've been talking a little bit about. That was our kit for June. And we've got about 10 kits left. We introduced our brand new Moroccan Bazaar, which is our monthly kit for July, mystery kit. And we have the Great Bead Extravaganza, a Berry Berry Summer. And that is our kit for the Great Bead Extravaganza Midsummer Market, which is coming this month, July 22nd and 23rd. Softflex will be live on the 22nd at 1 p.m. Pacific time. I'll be using that kit to share a project with you. And I'll also have Joyce Trowbridge with me, and she's going to share something as well. I don't know the details on what she's sharing, so I have to I got to find out what that is, but I think she's doing something totally different. So really fun, 4 kits, and our coupon is KIT, K-I-T. If you buy any of those 4 kits and you spend $59 or more, enter the coupon code KIT, K-I-T, at checkout, and you will get $10 off your order. So super, super cool. You got your kit. I haven't gotten my kit yet. Becky says my TGBE kit just got here today. I think mine should be here today too. It may end up being here Wednesday, depending on if it made it to my mailbox in time. I usually get my mail right about now or 2 o'clock. Oh my gosh. Am I, Gail? You've been keeping track. No way. Oh, Softflex Company just said my first video was 2018. I'd laugh because, all of those kind of crazy years in the middle of the pandemic, which just sort of like are so made time so strange for me. Whenever I think about when things were, I'm totally off. 2018. Holy moly. That's crazy and awesome. Becky still hasn't gotten her lemonade kit. Did you purchase it? It just didn't arrive yet. They're usually pretty fast. And if you have any questions, you can always email us at info@softflexcompany.com if you need to check on your order for any reason. Let's see if I missed any other comments here. Yay, Becky got a couple new subscribers. Whoop, whoop. Awesome. Okay. Oh, it was the kit you won. So did you message us at info@softflexcompany.com and talk with somebody about it? Because after you win, a kit on any of our live streams, we want you to go ahead and send a message to info, I-N-F-O, at softflexcompany.com. Tell them you were a winner and tell them which kit you want and give them your shipping address. So if you've done all that, then yes, it should be on its way to you, and you can contact us again at info@softflexcompany.com and just inquire about it, because it's the wonderful, wonderful elves in the office that would know those details. Terry and Shelly are fantastic, and they would be able to help you out with anything order related and where, when stuff was sent. So we've got I see a few of you are hitting the hashtag free kits, like Terry is here. We're doing a giveaway. Sarah was teasing me that I don't do enough giveaways on my Monday show. So from here on out, I guess we're going to do a giveaway every Monday. Why not, right? I kind of only did it when I had like a special event or something like that going on, but I know Sarah does it every Wednesday. So she was like, come on, get with the program. And I teased her and I said that I don't have to do a free giveaway every Monday because you guys just love to come and hang out with me. And she thought that was very, very funny. And no, just kidding. So here we are. We're going to do a giveaway on my Monday Free Spirit Beading videos from here on out. This week, we're going to do a free kit since we have 4 of them in stock and available to choose from. I will go ahead and choose a winner at the end of this broadcast. You have to be here to win, and then you can let us know which one you want. I know, Becky, I know. Becky says you guys give out so many kits. I know, it's crazy. And that's why I kind of thought, Sarah does that on her Wednesday video. And I didn't really think much of it. And I might not always do a kit. It'll kind of just depend what we've got in stock and available at that time. But since we have so many kits right now, a free kit it is. Free kits for everybody. So be sure to put in the hashtag in the comments. You just have to do it once because the program will kick out any duplicates. And at the end of the broadcast today, I will choose a winner. And if you're here, let me know. And then you'll be able to choose your free kit with us in the office. Okay. Kathleen said all giveaways are loved. Yes. Hi, Dorothy. Thanks for joining. Let me move over to my bead table. Yeah, that'll be the things those will be my giveaways. I have chewed sock, courtesy of the puppy. She is constantly stealing socks. She absolutely loves socks. It's the funniest thing. So now I have to fold my socks, and usually I would keep them on the coffee table. As I was doing laundry, I have to put them in a basket. So she'll stick her head in the basket and bob for apples. She's bobbing for socks, and it's hysterical. All right, so we're gonna make a spiral with some orange beads to add to our rainbow sun catcher. I didn't have a ton of orange beads from my kits left over. And some of these are quite large. I don't even know if this one will fit on my shape. So I went ahead and looked through my stash, and I have these little orange flowers. I don't know if we have any of these online anymore, if we sold out of them all. But I'm going to use some of these red orange flowers, I think. And then I've got a couple of little teeny tiny orange beads in this little mix. And then I also grabbed some of Arola beads in orange just to have a little bit more of a variety of bead shapes when I go to wire wrap them onto my spiral. So I use 16 gauge copper, non-tarnished copper for these shapes here. And I'm going to use the silver 16 gauge silver craft wire with you today, because that's the color I've been using on the sun catcher. I've been using the copper as my testing. Copper's a little bit softer, so it's a good one to start with because this is going to be a little bit harder to work with. And I've been using it to test out my shapes beforehand. I should show you guys too. We made a star on Thursday on the coffee and craft wire video with Sarah. So I did this star with you guys there last Thursday. And next week we're going to do a mushroom. And that's going to be the bottom. I'm going to do this one for red. This will be the last shape on our sun catcher. So that's what's coming up next week. Hi, Cecilia. Welcome. Dorothy is a new beader, so this is so interesting to her. Awesome. I love that. Yeah, I was just saying that I've been getting like really good with craft wire after doing this series, because although I use craft wire often, I don't use it necessarily like week after week after week, like I have. I'm going to cut myself about 16 inches of craft wire in the 16 gauge. And our 16 gauge it's a copper coated wire. It's got a non-tarnish silver plated finish. And I'm just going to grab a hold of it with my chain nose pliers and use my nylon jaw pliers to straighten it all out. And it's pretty thick wire, so you might have to do that a couple times just to kind of give it a little bit of a straight. I'm just trying to get some of those little bends out of it. But it is a discontinued gauge for us. So once we sell out of our 16 gauge, we're not going to get any more. And I looked at the stock today. We're all sold out of it in gold. We don't have any more 16 gauge in gold, but we do have the most stock in the silver plated. And then we've got about 20 spool little rolls left of the copper. So that'll probably last us a little while in stock, but just know that once we're out of the 16 gauge, we don't plan on bringing it back in. So a couple of tools I'm going to use. I've got my flush cutters. These are like Italian flush cutters. They're precision cut. They're nice and heavy duty. They're perfect for the craft wire. I've got my nylon jaw pliers that you guys just saw me use to straighten out my wire. I've got my multi-mandrel wire looping pliers, and I've been really enjoying using this in this series. You don't have to have one of these. You can always use a round nose plier to do similar things, but it's been nice because I've been doing so many shapes that connect to be able to choose one of the mandrels and consistently use it time and time again. So and it's kind of a nice hefty tool. It makes a really beautiful loop. So I've been using that. And then I have here just my basics of my flat nose, round nose, chain nose, and I have a bent nose that's hiding. So that's around 2, and I just kind of pick those up as needed. Additionally, I am using this super peg for making my shape. It is about 2 inches in diameter. So anything that's 2 inches in diameter will be good for, or you can even go bigger or smaller depending on what you want to do. But that's what I'm using. And I've got it attached to the Wig Jig Olympus light just to give it a little stability. Dorothy says, I need that multi-tool in my life. Yeah, I really like it. I really, really like it. I use it a lot because it's got, I think it's 2mm for the smallest, and it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different mandrel heads. You can make your own little jump rings out of it, especially if you just need a couple, which I've been doing for the series too. All right, so let's get started with our spiral. So I'm gonna start by using the wire looping mandrel, and I'm gonna place my wire right in between the bottom mandrels, and I'm gonna make a loop on this largest one here. Just gonna loop that around. And that is my top loop shape here. And then I'm gonna place that on my wig jig. Now, because this loop is so large, I do have to make sure I hold it down because it won't be quite as snug of a fit as if I did something smaller, but that's okay. Okay, and now we're gonna wrap this wire around this shape. I'm gonna hold my loop down and I'm gonna twist my wig jig so that the wire is being guided around it. And I'm gonna go around a second time. And I'm just gonna keep going around until I've used all of my wire to wrap around this shape. So it comes off just like that. Kind of like a coil. And then I might just trim off. See how this part here is kind of straight, like that little end piece didn't quite go around my shape. I'm just gonna trim that off. And I'm gonna have the flush side facing my project so that this is a nice clean cut. I'm just gonna trim that off so that when I go ahead and use this end to make my little inside circle, it's not starting out kind of wonky, right? So now I'm gonna grab my multi-mandrel tool again, or you can grab a round nose plier and choose a different size. Maybe I'll go with this third one. So I'm gonna want that kind of placed on the bottom here. And I'm just gonna rotate that to make my little inner loop. And I kind of go with the direction that it's already going. You could go the opposite way, but I feel like let's work with the circle that's already started. That just seems easier to me so that you're keeping it in the same kind of path that it's already doing. That makes sense. Hello, hello. Oh, good. I'm seeing quite a few of you say free kit. So be sure if you're joining me, we are doing a giveaway at the end of the broadcast. So just put in the hashtag free kit and you'll get to choose which of our 4 kits we currently have in stock that you would like for free. I'll choose one winner. You got to be here at the end to participate. So now I'm going to be kind of hand manipulating the rest of the spiral. So I'm going to grab a hold of this loop here with my chain nose pliers, and then I'm going to be guiding the wire with both my right and my left hands. So I might just kind of hold on to it with my right, nice and taut, and then use my left hand to kind of bend into. So now I've got kind of a shape like that. And then I'm going to grab it in another location, maybe come down here. And then same thing, I'm going to be using my left hand. So my right hand is just kind of holding it. I'm going to see if I have a bigger tool. I got this one from my friend Kay, this colorful one over at Stars Beads in Bedoria. And I'm just like hand manipulating it around, which doesn't make it perfect, but that's okay. Okay, so now that I'm at this spot here, I'm going to use my right, I'm going to hold on to it with my left hand. I'm actually going to use my right hand this time because I want to kind of pull it in to the shape more. And now I'm pushing this one down. And, you know, this is kind of what I was meaning by saying, like, sometimes I feel like I do things more difficult than it needs to be, but this kind of just how it worked for me in my head. I do this process with thinner wires and it's not as kind of tough to get that shape. But because you're using a 16 gauge wire, it's going to be a little bit trickier. I know, I like the unique and little wonky shapes too, so I don't mind. I love like hand-built pottery. I love hand-forged items. So for me, it's just like seeing things being a little bit off, you know, not like a perfect circle here, having this little bit of an oval. I like it. It's just my thing. Sherry says, I'm tired of finding medicine bottles to make frames. I need to get the pliers and the jigs. Yeah, they are very helpful. I mean, I'm with you. I know that I've taken all sorts of things, spice jars, candles, like all sorts of things to make stuff with. But it is nice when you get to a point when you're just like, you know what? I just want a tool that's going to make it a little easier and more consistent. Okay, I think I'm good. I think I'm good with where we're at here. So you might find that your shape is a little bit not flush. It pops out a little bit. And that is where your wire whacker is going to come help you out. Is you're going to work harden it and you're going to flatten it. I usually will hit it a few times on one side and then flip it over and then hit it a few times on the other side. I'm going to go ahead and do it on a separate table and just mute myself for a second. I come back, you can see it's flattened it out more and it's just made it a little bit tougher. You can also take things like your nylon jaw pliers and give it a squeeze all the way around, and that will do some light work hardening for you and kind of flattening it out as well. Becky says, pint glasses make a good bracelet mandrel. Yes. I think I tried to do a soda can once for a bangle bracelet, and I ended up, it was way too big. So those are sometimes things that you run into, is you might not have the perfect size, but if you give it a try and you like the process, you can see like, okay, soda can was too big. Maybe I have to try a pint glass next time. Or if you feel like you're going to be making a lot of them, then yeah, okay, well, now I'll get myself a mandrel. So for the wire wrapping part, I'm going to use Softlex craft wire and the non-tarnished silver plated. And I've been using 22 gauge for the most part for the wrapping, but you can also use 24 gauge. 22 is just going to be a little bit thicker. I don't know why I started using 22 because 24 probably would have been fine, but it is good, I think. Let me show you one of them. When you're doing a shape like this, where you've got a little more space in between them and you want the wires to be a bit sturdier, it's probably really good for 22. But when you're doing one like this, where you're just wrapping around the outside, you can easily go down to thinner gauges and it'll be just fine. So I think that my thought process was to stick with 22 just because I knew I was going to do some things like that throughout. And I'm going to trim off 1 arm's length, which is about 30 inches, 20, I think it was 26 or something. That's true, Becky. Becky says her mom told her she can use medicine bottles, and even though she has a lot of them, she didn't want to have a bunch of them laying around and not knowing which one was the right size. It definitely saves space, for sure. I'm very much like, you know what? Use what you've got in the beginning when you're trying stuff out, like make it work, right? Like make it work with what you can find, and that's totally cool. And you can keep up with that if that's what works for you, but at some point it is nice to upgrade to a tool that you're like makes it a little bit easier for you. So I just ran my nylon jaw pliers through that craft wire just to kind of give it a little bit more of a smoothing out. And now I'm going to start my wrapping here, and I'm going to start at the top so that I can connect these two pieces. So I'm going to wrap around and through, and I'll probably have to grab a plier just to kind of really cinch that down. And get it started. So what's everyone doing for the holiday tomorrow? Do you have any plans? I'll probably hang out and we'll see how my doggies do. My one doggie that used to get very scared at fireworks is she's no longer with us. So I'm curious, and now we've got the little puppy. So I'm curious if my dogs will notice or not. But we do usually have a neighbor like kind of right behind us that shoots out fireworks. So it's pretty close to us. But it would be nice to not get so scared. So we'll see. So we tend to stay home on 4th of July for the doggies because it is such like a stressful event for them. And I do live in the Arizona summer heat, and so it's not like I really want to be outside anyway. So there we go. I'm started to wrap that together. Keep going a few more times. I am curious about making something fun though. I feel like making something like a strawberry pie or something. It must be the Very Berry Kit. I keep seeing the Very Berry Kit image. I keep working with it and sharing it and seeing it, and I'm feeling like I want like a berry, maybe a berry crumble. I love crumbles. Maybe like a mixed berry crumble. Yeah, Cecilia says all the animals get freaked out. I know. It's so sad for them because they don't know what's going on. We found that there's some YouTube channels for doggies that like are the sound that they play. It must be like a frequency or something. So the last few years we have done that where we put that video on for them. And oops, my wire got a little tangled here. Just trim that off. And it's helped. It's definitely helped. There must be something with the frequency that they're playing the music that it helps like drown out the firework sound. Mary says, I love crumbles too. For the most part, they are better than a regular crust and easier. Yeah, I love them. Plus, I think I always feel like they're like kind of butterier probably. And I love when things are buttery. Becky says her neighbors have started celebrating already and it makes the dog bark and she's in the house. Yeah, my dogs were always in the house too. They definitely get spooked. Sherry wants that Very Berry kit. It's really a cute kit. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to play with. All right, let's look at our beads and see if we can start adding some beads in here. I haven't decided how I want to do this one. I don't know if I want to like go quite as intense and tight up with it as I did with the original. So here's the first spiral we did, and it just was like loaded up with beads in that pattern, straight up and down pattern. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do here. Let's look at what our beads are. Pour some out and see what we're working with. And these are just past beads from some of our mystery kits. So in every mystery kit, you'll get a bunch of strands, you'll get bead mix in there usually for the most part. And then of course different wires depending on what we've got going on. And then some special items. We have some extra special stuff in the Very Berry kit specifically for the Great Bead Extravaganza. I've got some little rainbow ones here, and I was just going to pull out the orange color. These are itty bitty. And then I've got a few more of these check glass flowers. Ooh, Deb is excited to see the Moroccan kit. Yeah, the Moroccan kit is pretty. It is definitely got some of those really beautiful, rich color tones that I enjoy. Two very different kits. The Very Berry kit and the Moroccan kit are two very different, very different kits, which is fun, which is cool, I think. I'm not sure about this tone of orange, but I'll add a couple just in case I need to fill in some space. Aren't you glad you have all those extras? Yes. Yes, Sherry, excuse me. I am. I went through right before I started this series, I went through all of my old mystery design kits and kind of organized them by color so that I could, and then that's sort of how this project started, because I had a whole rainbow of items. Ooh, do I want to go inside or outside? I wonder if I want to go do outside the big ring and then kind of go inside from there. Maybe. I think I'm just going to swoop some, kind of get myself a little bit over to here if I want to start on the inside. Becky, check your email. Terry is making sure a kit is on the way. Thanks, Thomas. Thomas is here helping me out today because Damien is on vacation. Thank you, Thomas. This is always the toughest part. Where do I want to put beads? Where do I want to start? If I were to do something like that. Ooh, these are going to be cute, I think, on the inside, these little flowers. Maybe I could start with this one in the middle. Or one of these teeny tiny ones. And then that one. Let's see what that looks like. Ooh, I feel like I want another one in there. Maybe one of these. Oh, do we have a chocolate kiss kit still? We might have a chocolate kiss bead mix, but I didn't know that we had a kit left still. Let me know if you see that, Thomas, because I'm curious if we do have one, I want it to be included with the coupon, and I don't know that I recall that. Oh, this is kind of fun. Maybe I'll make a strand that just kind of goes in that center part like that. That could be neat. So next could be one of these squares, maybe. Oh, Becky says, yeah, it's a bead mix. Okay, good. Yeah, that's what I thought. I feel like I remembered there being a chocolate kiss bead mix left. Is this too big, or will that fit? It's a little bit too big. I think this one will fit. I think that's pretty fun. I wonder, maybe I could fit this one next. If I need to attach it to the frame at some point in this process, or if I could just keep going. I feel like I should probably attach it. Like maybe do a little twist. I could even add a bead. In this direction. And pull it through, and this way it's got a little bit of stability. Wrap it around again, and then kind of come back into the center of this spiral. Oh no, Zach is saying, Cecilia, 119 in the car. Oh, I know, it's hot. We've definitely, I think it was like a couple weeks, 2 weeks ago, where I was like, it's been so beautiful. We've definitely hit the summer heat. It's happened. It's officially here. Ooh, I kind of like that. Kind of playing with it, going around and then down, and then I went around. Maybe I'll go down again. Size-wise, I probably need something smaller. Maybe I'll try one of the roller beads and then a fire polish. Oh boy, Thomas says, I saw a forecast of 122. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Don't even tell me that. Next Monday, oh my gosh, but it looks like it'll only be 110 now. Thank goodness. I guess perspective, right? When you're thinking it could be 122, but it's only 110. Crazy. Like most of the time you would never say only 110. But in that scenario, you would. Oh, this is fun. This is sort of going with the flow here, which is what the orange sacral chakra is all about. It's all about your creativity and being in flow. I know I've kind of touched upon the chakras, talking about it just briefly in this series about, that's why, that was a little bit of my impetus of why I wanted to do this, as well as just rainbows are fantastic. And I have a book on it. So maybe in my next video, maybe the last one, I'll share a little bit about each of the colors. And this way, just kind of share a little bit more. Is this too big? Maybe that needs to be down. I'm going to swap this. Put that big square there instead. That makes more sense. Sherry says, you can all enjoy the heat. I will stay inside with the air conditioning. Yep. I know we were talking about going out. My husband and I were talking about going out to dinner last night, and we were like, nah, we don't feel like going anywhere. I don't want to go outside if I don't have to. Zach says, I've seen your mandalas painting. Thank you. Yeah, I was heavy into mandala painting for a little while. Isn't that the fun thing about creativity, is like you can kind of get immersed in something and really kind of play with it for a bit, and then you do something else. Oh, that's too many. I'll just do two beads there. So far I sort of strung the beads in a regular little line following this circle here, following the swirl, and then I wrapped up and down to secure it, put another bead, did another up and down, and then went a couple in a row, and then did a few up and down again to secure it. And I think I'll just kind of do another row inside here. This one's got a pretty big space. I wonder if I can slide this in here, or if I need some beads. Yeah, I need some beads to fill in right there first. You see, I'm wearing a spiral on my ring too. When I was in Sedona a couple of months ago, actually now, a couple of months ago with my family, I found that ring and I was like, oh, I have to have that. I'm all about the spiral right now. I must have it. And lucky for me, it was a pinch ring, because I never fit into rings. That's why I like to make myself some craft wire rings, because I never fit with regular rings. I haven't done one of these flowers yet. Let's try a flower. Zach noticed it. Dorothy says, I only go to the pool, not even the beach. And Sherry says, Florida's heat is constant perspiration. No bueno. I know. Yes, I've spent a lot of time in Florida. It is hot. Okay, so I feel like my little beads are starting to, that they need a little stability again. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap around this base, do another up and down. Do another up and down right here. I think those roller beads, the little matte roller beads, ended up being kind of cute, sprinkled in. And then I got to go and attach it to the other side. Just like so. And maybe I'll go through one more time. And my wire's getting a little wonky, so I'm gonna grab my nylon jaw pliers and just give it a little smoothing out. And then I'm gonna pop this wire kind of in through the center again so that I can continue to wrap through. Sherry says this is turning out so pretty. Thank you. So those of you, if anyone's just joining me, I see I have 50 of you here with me right now. That is awesome. If you're just joining me, then go ahead and add that free kit hashtag in the comments. I'm going to be giving away a kit at the end of the show. You got to be here to win. I love how you can just kind of make wire go anywhere. It's really fun to just keep like, okay, wire's going to go here now. Ooh, that one doesn't quite work for me. See how that just kind of, I feel like it just makes too dramatic of a line. Didn't like that one. Let's go and try some of these flowers again. That works. And then I've got, oh, the post office is here. The postman. Maybe they're bringing my kit. There's little Reba. She's such a toughie, isn't she? Ooh, how am I going to swing this down? I think I kind of want to swing it in here just to kind of really bring that spiral shape home. And I'll probably have to do, I'll try a fire polish. Hooray, kits. I know. I don't know that they'll be my kit unless usually it fits in my mailbox, you know, by the gate that I have to go pick up. But I can only hope that they would bring it right to me. They're bringing something right to me. That's for sure. do another, and then maybe another. Let's see if this will complete my spiral. Too many. Take one of the roller beads off and put on one of these teeny tiny ones. Fun. Okay, and now I'm gonna kind of swing it through the center here to attach it. And before I cut anything off, I just want to see if I feel like right here, right in this little spot right there needs a little security. It's just kind of flowing a little bit right there. So I'm gonna just grab my wire and find a spot here to anchor that down. And that way I know that these are a little more secure in that one little spot. Okay, I think just to be a little extra, I'm gonna go one more time around. Pull that through. And then go ahead and trim off. I had quite a bit of wire left too, so I didn't quite need as much as I cut off. Let's see how much I had left. Oh, about 8 inches. Oh, Sarah, thank you. No, I didn't make it. I was up in Sedona, Arizona about a month or so ago with my family, and I happened to pick it up there because I am way into spirals. I always love spirals, but it is spirals and portals are my symbol of the year. So when I saw it, I was like, oh, I have to have it. But isn't that really fun? It's just like a copper pinch ring, and they must have soldered on this extra little piece here. Super cool. Ta-da! Here is our orange spiral. So we will add that on to the base of what I've been working on. I don't know if I have any jump rings left, so I might have to make one to connect it. So we'll do that real fast. Do I have one over here? No, I don't. Okay. So to make some jump rings, I'm just going to grab my 16 gauge wire again, and I'm going to put it into this multi-loop tool, and I'm going to wrap it around the largest one just because that's the size I've been working with. And I'm going to go around 1, 2, 3. You could probably get 4 good ones in there. Go around 4 times. Makes this nice coil. So I'm just going to trim that off. And then what you want to do is you want to cut them free. See how many I can cut at a time. There's 1. There's 2. And there's 3. And then the only extra step I have to do now, I have some glue on my finger. Hold on a second. The only extra step I have to do is one side is going to be flush and one side is going to be a little pointy, because my flush cutter will make a flush cut on one side and a pointy cut on the other. So since this side is flush on the left, I'm just going to, I'll just twist my tool on the right side, get really close to the edge and just trim that. And now I have 2 flush cut sides. And then I can take my pliers, just like you would a regular jump ring, and scooch that together. And then I'm just going to open it back up, add it to the bottom of my yellow, and attach my orange, and then close it. And I have my new section. Oh, this would totally be a great pumpkin. So cute. You're right. You can add some curls up here. You can even grab some of our green craft wire and add some curls around there and make it like a little pumpkin design. Oh my gosh, so cute. All right, we'll take a look at it. You guys go ahead, and if you haven't added your hashtag for the free kit, you can do so now. And we'll just see how this is shaping up. Ah, my arm's not going to be tall enough soon. Let's see if I can put it this way so you don't have so much behind distracting. There we go. Super fun. So we have one more shape left. We'll do next Monday at 1 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Eastern. Our final shape, which is going to be this adorable mushroom. It's almost like put it where my hair is. This way you could see it. So so go ahead and use that hashtag free kit, and I'm going to draw our names in just a moment. Now I have to remember, how do I bring that back up? I think I go to this one. Aha, I found it. So it looks like we've got 37 entries, and I see 50 of you are here watching with me. So if you have not entered yet, type in hashtag #free kit, and I will draw a winner in just a moment. Becky says, it's been such a fun project. Thanks, Becky. It was really fun. It was nice. I don't get to do things in a series that often, or don't think about it, I guess, because we're always kind of showing what's new, what's next, what's happening. And so it was nice to just kind of do something a little different and really focus in on this series with all of you. Enter it just the way it is on the bottom of the screen. Yes, free. So the little # and then free kit, all one word. Looks like I've got 39 entries so far. Let's go ahead and just give you one more moment. Get a few more in there. And then I get to press this fun giveaway little countdown. All right, we're at 40. Let's go for it. Let's see. Let's do a draw. Dorothy. Dorothy is our winner. And I saw you just commented very recently. So I'm hoping you're still here. Just leave a message in the comments to say yes, you're still here. Yay! Awesome. Dorothy, please email us your shipping info at info@softflexcompany.com and let us know which kit you would like. We've got the Great Bead Extravaganza Very Berry kit, the Moroccan Bazaar kit, and a few of the Lavender Lemonade kits left, and a couple of the Mermaid Maker supply kits. So let us know when you email us at info@softflexcompany.com which one you would like, and we will get that out to you. Congratulations, Dorothy. So fun. I will be here again next Monday for the final installment of this series. Join me at 1 p.m. Pacific time. Have a wonderful holiday. And if you're hanging out with your doggies like I will be, hopefully they will be calm and not too freaked out. And if they are totally freaked out, look on YouTube for the, like, I don't even know what it's called, but it's like, there's stuff on there that's good sound to help drown out the fireworks. So like, just search like dog scared of fireworks sound or something, or music. And I found that that helped the last couple of years. We've tried it with our other doggie that was super duper scared. But yeah, happy holiday to all of you. And we'll see you on Wednesday. Sarah will be live on Wednesday for a beading party at 3 p.m. Pacific time. And then I'll see you again next Monday. Bye, everyone. Happy creating.